Hello everyone, welcome along. It's Wednesday the 19th of February, the third JDQ of the week. Thank you very much for downloading, listening, watching, however it is you're consuming your podcast today. But thank you very much for being here. I've got another 5 questions for you. Delving into my archive of questions, there's a punctuation question in there today, which is really going to sort of confuse some people, as those of you who've known me for the last 5 years know that punctuation and grammatical errors are quite prevalent in anything that I do, but I blame the school system from the 80s and 90s. There's a food question in there today, there's a nursery rhyme, and also there is the return of a clip, but it's not a musical clip, it's not a backwards clip, it's not a TV theme tune. What could it be? We will find out together in a little while, but make sure you've got your pens and your paper ready for today's questions, or if you're playing in the car. I know I've seen a lot of comments as well, people playing this on their sort of daily commutes and stuff. It's brilliant. I'm just loving the way how everyone's put this into part of their daily routines, whether it's commuting to work, sat at home at 6 o'clock in the morning when it first comes out, or sat there eating your dinner of an evening. It's absolutely brilliant that so many of you have embraced it, but keep it going. I want to hit that top 100. That is my target. I'm from a sales background, and it's been quite difficult over the 5 years, numbers and stuff of people watching, listening, to the main quizzes, that it's never bothered me, stuff like that. But to have I always need, because I'm from a sales background, I have to have some kind of target. There has to be an achievable goal, if you like. So that is my achievable goal, to get JDQ into the top 100. Fingers crossed. We're heading in the right direction, so do keep sharing it. Anyway, right, without further ado, let's get straight into your questions for today. Pens ready, brains switched on and in gear. Let's go. Question number 1. Above which number would you find the exclamation mark on a standard keyboard? Don't cheat. Don't sit there. If you're playing this on a computer and you've got a keyboard in front of you, don't suddenly look down. That will be cheating. To be fair, I really should have changed that. That's up there with the how many letters are in this word and then left the words on the screen during the pilot. But never mind. Above which number would you find the exclamation mark on a standard keyboard? Question number 2 this morning. What kind of mint is used in Kendal mint cake? So what kind of mint is used in Kendal mint cake? Question 3. In the nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle, what did the dish run away with? So in the nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle, what did the dish run away with? Question number 4. What was the name of the girls' a cappella group in the movie franchise Pitch Perfect, starring the incredibly talented and every interview I've seen friendly Anna Kendrick? My brain went then. Yeah, but what was the name of the girls' a cappella group in the movie franchise Pitch Perfect? And your final question then is a clip for you today. So I'll give you the question after this, but firstly, have a listen to this.
If you never know what you want to be, if you live what some might call the dynamic life, but I will call the artistic life, if each day you are unsure of who you are and what you know, you will never become anything, and that is your reward.
Okay. I'll give you that clip again. Have a listen to this.
If you never know what you want to be, if you live what some might call the dynamic life, but I will call the artistic life, if each day you are unsure of who you are and what you know, you will never become anything, and that is your reward.
Okay, so the question, quite simply, who is this? So whose voice is that? So there you go. That's your 5 questions then for the 19th of February. Dave will be along with his countdown in just a moment. My glamorous co-host will count you in before I go through the answers. So make sure you've got them locked in. No more changing after the countdown. Dave, take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, so hopefully, well, not hopefully, you should now have all of your answers locked in and ready to go. Let's see how you did with today's questions. Starting with this then for number 1. Above which number would you find the exclamation mark on a standard keyboard? It is above the number 1. Yes. And for those of you who cheated and looked at keyboards or claim that you accidentally caught the keyboard out of the corner of your eye, tut, tut, tut. Number 2, what kind of mint is used in Kendal mint cake? It is peppermint. Number 3, in the nursery rhyme, hey diddle diddle, what did the dish run away with? The dish ran away with the spoon. They lived happily ever after. That's what I believe. Number 4, what was the name of the girls' a cappella group in the movie franchise Pitch Perfect? They were called the Baden Bellas. And your final one today, number 5, it was this clip.
If you never know what you want to be, if you live what some might call the dynamic life, but I will call the artistic life, if each day you are unsure of who you are and what you know, you will never become anything, and that is your reward.
And so who was that speaking there? That was Stephen Fry. Yes. One of the first, in fact, was he the first? I had a couple of, I think he was the first proper takeover of the quiz where he did 2 rounds. I was still stunned when I got sent those, and along with all the lovely things he said about me as well. Right, your tiebreaker question then for today is this. How many miles of tunnel are there on the Elizabeth line? So, yeah, how many miles of tunnel are there on the Elizabeth line? It was opened a few years ago. Runs from east of the Essex. My brain's gone. Sort of east of Essex, runs through central London and then out the other side towards Reading and Heathrow and stuff. But how many miles of tunnel are there on the Elizabeth line? As always, nearest to it gets the point if you are using this to separate your scores, separate the people you're playing against. But don't forget, if you're adding your score to the quiz, to Quiz Hub and JDQ leaderboard, you have to have a tiebreaker answer because it helps the leaderboard get separated. So the answer then, in 3, 2, 1, it is 26 miles. Yeah, there are 26 miles of tunnel on the Elizabeth line. It's actually 25.6, but rounding it up, because when you've got a decimal, you always round it up. So it's 26 in total. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining me for today. Let me know your scores then. Stick them on Quiz Hub, or do keep sharing them with me in the comments of this on YouTube or on the podcast platforms, whichever you're on. Apple you can't do, but I have seen some comments on Spotify, so make sure to, while you're there, drop a rating, drop a like, subscribe, and all of that podcasty stuff that I have still not got to grips with. But make sure you're doing all of that and help me achieve that goal of getting in the JDQ into the top 100. I'll be back then tomorrow. What have I got up my sleeve for you tomorrow? Let's have a look. I've got another board game question. I've got a true or false. In fact, I've got 2 board game questions in tomorrow. I might have to have a look at that before I actually record this. I might tweak it. There's a science and nature question, and then there is another clip for you tomorrow. Yes. So that is all to come tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing, and I'll be back tomorrow for Thursday's quiz, the busiest quizzing day of the week. JDQ, BBC Radio Lancashire, and then the long form quiz on Thursday night. Thanks very much for playing today. I'll see you soon. As always, for me, take care. Stay safe.